In today's video, we are getting creative with Divi's new image replacement hover options. So without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in. So the first thing we're going to do here is to create a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here, click on add new. Now you'll want to give a page a name. So I'm just going to call this Divi's new image replacement. Click on use Divi builder, and then we're going to build this from scratch. So before we can actually add any rows, what we're going to do is going to do some work on the sections. So over here, I'm going to go to my section settings, click on design, spacing, and the very first thing we're going to do here is to add some margins both to the top and the bottom, and we're going to set this at 2VW. And notice I'm clicking on this change so that the value can be applied both to the top and the bottom. Next, we're going to add some rounded corners. So I'm going to come over here to border, and then making sure my chain here is activated, because as soon as I add my value here, it's going to be applied pretty much to all the sides. Now it's time to add a new row. So I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to click here on this plus button and add a new row. So what we're going to go with here is 3 columns. And before we add any modules, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our row settings, click on background, and we're going to add a gradient background. So I'm going to click here on the second tab, click on the plus button, and I'm going to add my first color. Now, if you want to use the exact same colors as I'm using throughout this tutorial, I'm going to leave a link to the post in the show notes below. Next, I'm going to click here on the second color, and I'm going to paste it like that. Next, I'm going to come over here to design, click on sizing. Now here we need to set our gutter width. Now the gutter width is the space between the columns. So we want to make sure there's no spaces between our columns. And I'm going to drag this all the way to 1. And then for our width here, by default, it's set to 80%. We want it going all the way to 100%. And also on the maximum width, we want this at 100%. Now, the next thing we need to do, and this is our final step, is to add our top and bottom padding. Now, this top and bottom padding can be done by coming over here to our spacing. And for our top padding, we're going to set this to 5VW, and we also need the same for the bottom as well. Next, for the right padding, we're going to set this to 7VW and then save. Now, it's time to add our modules. So we're going to start with column number 1. So I'm going to click on this plus button, search for my text module and select it. Now we need a heading for this. So let's just highlight all this and then just replace it with text called bread delivery. Let's make this a capital letter D. And what we're going to do here is to set this to heading 2. So I'm going to set this to heading 2. Now let's customize this text by coming over here to design, heading text. Now make sure you set heading 2, because if you don't, you are going to be setting up the wrong heading. All right, so here now we need to set our font. So we're going to search for a font, and this is going to be the font we're going to use. Select it. On the font weight, we're going to set this to bold, alignment centered, and we also need a brown to go with this, because this is going to be sort of like a bread bakery type layout. So I'm going to click here and paste my color. So now you can see this, it has this brown color. Okay, now it's time to set our size. So I'm going to come over here and set this to 7.2 VW. And I also need to make some adjustments to my width here. So I'm going to set this to 45 VW. Now let's head over to transform. So over here, select transform. So the very first one we're going to do is the transform rotate. So we want our text to rotate. So I'm going to go with this one here, and we're going to set our first value here to 270 degrees. And now you can see that I've rotated that text. Now it's time to go to transform translate. So I'm going to come back over here. So if the easiest way to know which is to just highlight over here. So you can see now this is my transform translate. So I'm going to select that. And what I need to do here on the x-axis is to, in fact, let me just break this chain first, because we're going to add these values differently. So on the x-axis, we're going to set this to -10, and then on the y-axis, it's going to be, let's have a look, it's going to be 19 VW. So let's just make sure that this is the right value, paste it in here, and then save. Now we're going to add an image module to column 1, and as you can see here, because of my transform translate and so on, it's making it very difficult for me to choose. So I'm going to come over here, click on my wireframe mode, and then just add my modules this way. So here the module that I want to add is an image module. So I'm going to search for my image module and select it. Click on this plus button and I need to look for my image, and I'm going to go with this one right here. So notice here the size is 600 by 600 pixels, and also these images can be found on our layout packs. So just go ahead and use these. They're absolutely free. Right, so I'm going to click upload an image. So now my image has been uploaded. Let me just switch back over here to the front view so you can see what is going on. So this is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to come over here to design, alignment. In fact, I need to come to sizing and then force full width. So we want our image here to pretty much span the whole module. Right, so next I'm going to come over here to spacing, and for our margins, I'm going to set this to -11 VW. For the left margin, I'm going to set this to 2 VW. Here on the padding, we're going to set this to 10 VW, both to the left and the right, and then save. Now we need to add another module. So let's go back to our wireframe mode here. Click on this plus button to add our image module. I'm going to select it. So now I'm going to click on this plus button and add my image. So I'm going to go with this one right here. Click upload an image, switch to the desktop so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so we also need to do a few adjustments here. So let's go over here to design, sizing, make sure force full width is selected. Now let's set our margins by coming over here to spacing. And for my top margin, I'm going to set this to -2. On my left margin, I'm going to set this to -14. And then my left and right padding is going to be 7 VW, so I'm going to activate this chain as well and then save. I also need to add another image here, so I'm going to click on this plus button, search for my image module and select it. And again, I'm going to add another image here, so I'm going to click on this plus button, choose my image, upload an image, and then I'm also going to come over here to design, sizing, and force full width. So pretty much I'm just doing everything that I did here on the top. Over here on spacing, I'm going to set my margin, so I'm going to start with my left margin, and that's going to be -13 VW. And I also need to set my right and left padding, and this is going to be 7 VW. Activate the chain. So now you can see that our text here is not distracted by our images. So we're going to save this, add another image to column 1 by clicking on this plus button, search for my image module, and then I'm just going to click in here and choose my image, upload an image, click on design, sizing, force full width. So next I'm going to come over here to spacing, and we're going to start with the margin. So margin top is going to be 3 VW, and then our margin left is going to be -3 VW. Next, for the left and right padding, we're going to set this one to 10 VW. Activate my chain because this needs to be on the left and the right. So now you can see it is positioned correctly. So for this, we're going to do something a bit different. So let's head over here to transform, and we're going to come to transform rotate. And here we're going to set this to 84 degrees on the first option and then save. Right, so moving on, let's head over here to our second column, and here we need to add our first text module. So I'm going to search for it, select it. So we need to add some text in here. So I want to make this heading 2. So I'm going to come over here, set this to, or in fact, let's set this to heading 3. Now, what we could also do here is we can actually add a link to this module. So I'm going to add a blank link for now, but in your case, you can add whatever link that you'd like. Next, I'm going to add a background color here. So I'm going to click on this plus button and add my color. So now you can see my text here has some color in the background. Right, so moving on, let's customize our text. So I'm going to come over here to design, heading text, and we set this to heading 3. So for our font, I'm just going to use the font that we used before, the NE, use your telescope. And then we also need to set our color. So as you can see, the color here is not quite clear because it's got a dark background. So I'm going to set my color here to white. So now it's easier to read. Next, I'm going to set my size for my heading, and I'm going to set this to 2 VW. Come over here and set it to 2 VW. Now we want this centered, so I'm going to click here on the alignment, make sure that it's centered. Now we're going to come over here to sizing, and we're going to set our width here to 33% and make sure that this is centered as well. Now, as you can see, the spacing of this is not really great. So let's start here by adding a bottom margin. So I'm going to come to spacing and add 1 VW to the bottom. My top padding is going to be 0.5 and my bottom here is going to be 1.1. Next, we're going to come over here to our border and add some rounded corners to this. So I'm going to set this to 1VW, and make sure this chain is activated so that all the sides get the rounded corners. Right, so we want to add some box shadows to this. So I'm going to come all the way down here, click on box shadow, choose the first option, and then I'm going to set my horizontal position here to 7 and my blur strength to 25. And pretty much that's all we need to do here. So I'm going to save. Now it's time to add our first image to column 2. So I'm going to click on this plus button, search for my image module and select it. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose my image. So we're going to go with the pretzels. So I'm going to select my first image, upload an image. Now, while we're here, I'm going to click here on my hover options. So on hover, I want to display a different image. So this is how this technique is going to work. So making sure my hover tab is selected, I'm just going to click in this area here and choose the image that I want to show on hover. So I'm going to choose my image here, click upload an image. So what we need to do with these images is to come over here to design, sizing, and just make sure that forceful width is selected. Now let's head over here to spacing, and what we're going to do here is to start by adding our margins here on the top, set it to -2 VW, so that just makes it closer to our title here. And you can see here we have this beautiful design as a result of that negative margin. Okay, so next we are going to add a bottom margin. So I'm going to come over here and set my bottom margin to 4 VW and my left margin to -5 VW. We are also going to add a border here. So I'm going to come over here, making sure our chain is activated. I'm going to add 10 pixels all around. So now we have a similar design to our title here on our image. Next, we're going to go to our box shadow. So I'm going to come over here to box shadow, choose the second option, and let's just customize this a bit. So vertical position here, we're going to set it to, let's say 20, and our blur strength, we're going to set this to 80. Now let's head over here to transform. And what we're going to do here is to scale this on transform. So I'm going to click here on, in fact, it's the first one that we need. This is the scale. So click here on this arrow pointing up, and then making sure you're on the hover tab. Let's scale this to, let's say 110%. There we go. So this is going to be our normal position, and then on the hover, it's going to scale and also have a different image. So pretty much that's all we need to do here. I'm going to save that. So now to populate the other areas, we just need to duplicate everything that we've done here, change our images, and pretty much it's going to have the same effect. So I'm going to do one example here, and then you can do the rest. So first of all, I'm going to duplicate my title. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to duplicate this image. And then now we want this title just above this image that we've just duplicated here. So I'm going to drag this below. And by the way, if you can't do it like right now, you can see it's the easiest way to do this. If you can't get it into position, is to just come over here and then just make sure that your text here is above the image. Switch back over here, and now you can see everything is in order. So now all you have to do is to go in and rename this. So this time, this one here is going to be muffins. I'm going to save that. And then we're going to go in here and change our images. So to do that, I'm just going to click on this gear icon for my module settings. And then I'm going to go in and change my images. So my very first image here is going to be this one here, upload an image, and then go to the hover, change that. And I'm going to choose this one, upload an image, and then save. So next, now to make things easier for you is to just duplicate the column. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to my row settings, and you can see this is the column that has my content, and the third one here does not have anything. So I'm going to delete that and then duplicate it. So you can see that's a very quick way of getting all our content in place. I'm going to save that, and then what we're going to do now is to go in and change the titles of the rest. So once you've added all your images, this is what it should look like. And then once you publish this, if you hover, this is what happens. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and do follow us on our social media platforms. By doing so, you'll be notified every time we release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.